guys, welcome to my best books of August. I have 5 books I'm going to talk about today, and I'm just going to put that over there. 2 of them you might groan about because they are, again, Annette Marie books, but there's a few other ones in here that I really enjoyed in August. The first one I want to talk about is Hunting Fiends for the Ill-Equipped by Annette Marie, and this is the 3rd book in the Demonized series. I really like this series. In fact, I think I like it almost as good as her Stone and Seal series. Out of the Guild Codex books, the Demonized one, is my favorite. So just kind of the push and pull between Robin and her demon is really good. And honestly, it's been a while because I read these way back in the beginning of August. But I thought it was a really good book and I enjoyed it a lot. So if you like lighthearted urban fantasy with a lot of like magic and stuff that's fast paced and easy to read, very engaging, very strong characterization and excellent action scenes, I would definitely recommend this series. The other series that's further along than that is the Guild Codex Spellbound, and Druid Vices and Avadka is book 6 of that, and that's also by Annette Marie. Really loved this one again because it had our favorite druid back in it, and again, action-packed urban fantasy that moves at a good clip and is easy to read and just very entertaining. So I promise there are no more Annette Marie books in this stack. There's just 3 more I want to talk about. Another one I like that's another very like classic paranormal urban fantasy is Rage in Ruin by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And for a long time, I was getting this Jennifer confused with another Jennifer Armentrout that's spelled differently, who did a series called Blood Ties, I think, which was kind of, I'm just going to say it was a trashy paranormal romance vampire series. It wasn't very good. That Jennifer Armentrout I would not recommend reading, but this Jennifer L. Armentrout I've really been enjoying a lot, and this is the 2nd book in the Harbinger series. I really like this. There's gargoyles, there's magic, there's angels. It's really good. A lot of action, very fast paced. I can't talk today. Very fast paced. Has a little bit of romance in it, kind of a neat plot line. These are long books. I'm always like, I get them and I'm like, oh my God, this thing's like 600 pages long. It's going to take forever to read. But they don't. I don't know what happens. I just sit down and read them and all of a sudden I'm done. So just very readable, very entertaining. I have been absolutely loving this series and I can't wait to see where it goes. After I finished this book, I actually went to my library things like wish list where I keep track of books I want to get, and I added like all of her series on there, just so that I don't forget that I'm really enjoying her as an author. And I'm sure not all her series are the same quality, but she just writes such good, fast-paced young adult urban fantasy, which a lot of times young adult urban fantasy tends to be a little bit more towards paranormal romance, but I feel like this series is more urban fantasy just because of all the action and all the like special abilities and all the neat stuff going on, I guess. So really enjoyed that book, as you can tell. The next one I read that I really enjoyed is Planetesis Volume 2 by Makoto Yukimura. And this is the 2nd and final omnibus in the Planetesis series. This is Makoto's earlier series. So like he wrote this before Vinland Saga. And you can really tell in the first omnibus he grows a lot both as an artist and as a storyteller. This I thought was just very well done. There's some good humor in there. It's very much like a day in the life of science fiction manga that goes through these characters. You were introduced to them in the first omnibus, and most of them work at a space trash collector, but there's like some political stuff going on that's going to make space travel difficult, and this main character really wanted to go to this mission to Jupiter. I had to look. I couldn't remember what planet it was. And there's some of that in here, and it's very well done. Like, it's neat because it's science fiction and it's a cool futuristic world, but it's also very personable because you're seeing these characters' lives and how they live in this new world. So I would recommend this series. If you start the first volume and you don't love it, just stick with it, because it was a little rough to start, but I think by the second half of the first volume and then this whole volume, I really thought it was well done. My husband read this as well and really liked it. And because this is an omnibus volume, there are color plates starting each chapter. So love that one. All right, now the one that I love the most this month, and this is by far the one I was most excited about and least expecting to be super excited about, was a book I picked up completely at random and for a really dumb reason. Like, I had just gotten my Kindle Oasis, and because I review both on NetGalley and Edelweiss, I get a lot of books for review, I had to update my Kindle address. And so you can do that very easily on NetGalley, but to do that on Edelweiss, it's easiest if you request a book to review and then update the address as the default address during the request process. So I went ahead and did that, and I requested this book, again, just randomly, because the cover and the synopsis caught my eye. And that was Crown Chasers by Rebecca Coffindaffer. This was absolutely amazing. It comes out the end of September, so it doesn't come out until September 29th. But I just absolutely love this to death. It's about a young adult, well, she's in her 20s, I think, woman who is the daughter of an emperor in the galaxy, but she's been able to just kind of be an adventurer, and she hunts for like artifacts and stuff, so it's got a little Lara Croft feel to it. But her father dies, and they decide, instead of instating a new emperor, they're going to have a crown chase. And so they have to chase through the galaxy. They need to chase these clues down, and whoever gets the final seal or the final clue will be the new ruler of this universe. And it's so fast-paced, so much action. The main character is snarky and she's funny. And I just like super enjoyed it. Like, you're going through so many creative worlds and just such good imagery. I don't know, like, this is just a fast-paced ride. It's highly entertaining. It was funny, and I don't know, just so many emotions. Like, it would get you so excited and so funny, and then you'd be so sad for them, and you're just laughing and upset and everything all at once. And it was just such a fast read for me. I got through it and I was like, oh my God, I want more. It was almost one of those books where I like couldn't catch my breath. And then by the time I got through it, I was like, oh my God, it was so good. So again, what I stumbled upon, I hadn't even heard this by just like randomly scrolling through available review books on Edelweiss, and it was really good. I'm really happy I read it, and it is one of my favorite books of the whole entire year. So if you like science fiction, you like kind of snarky, sarcastic heroes, and you like fast-paced like science fiction stuff and super creative, interesting worlds, definitely pick this up and give it a try. I just absolutely love it. So maybe talked about that one a little bit too long, but those are the 5 books that I really love this month. I hope you enjoy these posts, and if you have books that you really love this month and you'd like to share, please comment down below. Yeah, I like doing these. It's a nice, good look back to the month. I do read a lot of books a month, so it's nice to kind of revisit the ones I really enjoyed. I hope you had some books that you really loved in August, and maybe you've already read some in September, because I'm doing this a little bit late. But yeah, definitely share what you love, and I hope you have a great week of reading ahead of you, and I will talk to you later. Bye!